the analogy because it's just easier for me to do so. Right? This car that was completely dismantled, nuts and bolts laid on the ground, some of that car given away to the rich and the wealthy in this country. This government is expected to make strong decisions that then people don't like in trying to find the money to put this car back together again and buy the parts that were given away to the rich people in this country. We've then got to look at the £45 billion that was taken out of the taxpayers' pocket through the track and trace system that was implemented that never actually worked.
Andy, let me ask you this though, right? I understand the point you're making and I have some sympathy with it, right? Absolutely. I think it's a fair point you're making. However, if you're coming into government and you have a direction and you make some difficult choices, and they are difficult, and I blame the public for this, and I include myself in this, because we want easy answers and there are none, right? Which is why we try and discuss some of these difficult, thorny issues on these programmes. But Andy, if you make a decision about cutting welfare, if you make a decision about taking away winter fuel payments, if you make a decision about integration and you make a speech, why do you then U-turn on all these things within no time at all? I mean, well, what kind of leadership is that, Andy?
Okay. So, because, and I agree that leadership is rubbish, but one of the reasons that they do this is they're not interested in the population. They're not interested in the voter. They're interested in maintaining power in 5 years' time after the next general election. Because the decisions that the governments make aren't long-term decisions. They're decisions to keep that party in power. And proportional representation would move us away from this swing politics and this focus on the party and the politicians as opposed to the country, because you'd have much more centrist politics. You'd have more long-term decisions being made because you're not trying to hold on to power. I mean, this government has got 150-seat majority with less than 35% of the population voting for it.
Well, I think that's a good point, Andy. I looked, the PR thing, we had a vote some years ago which Nick Clegg pushed for, which no one could understand.
No, that was fudged. That was a fudged election. That was a fudged election. Yeah, none of the politicians wanted it. They tucked it away in the corner and made it part of the local government elections. It was a complete doffing of the cap to Cameron, who did absolutely everything he could to make sure that no one voted and no one understood proportional representation.
Expression very robustly of where you think this is appreciated. Caitlin, a first-time caller in Tower Hamlets. Caitlin, well, welcome to you.
Hi. Thank you.
What would you like to say, Caitlin?
Well, the question was, do we think Keir Starmer has it in him?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so, Caitlin?
No, I
It's a
don't.
bit ungenerous of you on a Saturday afternoon.
That's hilarious, and everyone listening knows it's hilarious.
Go on, tell me why.
I think I actually think he is a despicable human being, but...
Because? That's a bit harsh. Why that?
I think that anyone who makes this many decisions that is an about face from the policies they campaigned on and also completely disregards the people that he's meant to be looking after in his duty as PM